Hi crocheters of the world. In this tutorial, as I promised in the tutorial of the neck warmer, I want to show you how to crochet a beret with the spiral single crochet. So it's really easy, but you'll see it's a very beautiful beret, very beautiful and fancy. So for the beret, I will work with the same yarn as you can see as I worked for the neck warmer, because I want to have a coordinate, something that it goes perfectly, and I don't have to think of when I put the beret, I wear the beret, what kind of scarf I can wear with it. So I have both, and I highly recommend you, when you work a beret, to work a scarf or neck warmer with the same yarn, and just to be easier for you to wear it in a nice yes, coordinate. Okay, so this is the neck warmer and you know it. Now for the beret we will need another flower as we worked for the neck warmer. I have it here, one, so you just have to work one more flower like this. And for the beret we will work, as I said, with the spiral single crochet. This means that we need something like this. It's really easy. We will begin with a magic loop. I am working, so I worked for the cords for the neck warmer, I worked with a 7mm hook, and now I want to work the same yarn with 6mm hook, because now I am working my my beret, so I don't want it very loosely, so not tight, not loose. So 6mm hook and this yarn. It's a 50% wool, 50% acrylic yarn, and it's variegated, as you can see. Okay, now we will begin with the magic loop. So now for the magic loop, with the tail we want to make a ring. So put the tail, we have here the yarn from the ball of yarn and the tail, and with the tail we want to make a ring like this under the yarn that comes from the ball of yarn, like this. Okay, so the tail is under. Okay, and now I will insert the hook in this ring, close the ring, and now pull the yarn through it. Okay, yarn over and pull through this loop that you have on the hook. Okay, and now we have our magic loop ready to work in. So we will work for the first round 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here it is. Now we can pull the tail to close our magic loop. And because it's the spiral single crochet, we will not slip stitch to join, but we will continue on. So for this we need a marker. Not now, but from the 3rd round. Now just pay attention a little bit. Into the 2nd round I wrote here we'll have 12 single crochets. This means that we will increase in each of our 6 single crochets of the 1st round. So insert the hook into the very first single crochet and work 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, into the very first single crochet. Now into the 2nd work 2 more, 3 and 4. Into the 3rd work 2 more, 5 and 6. Now we already have 6. Now we have to work 6 more into the next 3 single crochets of the first round. Now into the 4th single crochet, work 2 more, so which means it's 7 and 8. Into the 5th single crochet, work 2 more, 9 and 10. And finally into the last single crochet, so 6th single crochet of the first round, work 2 more, 1 and 2, and this is actually 11 and 12. And now we have 12 single crochets. Okay, now we can put our marker into the very last single crochet worked. And we will do the same thing at the end of each round. So we will just take the marker, work the last single crochet of the round, and put the marker into the last single crochet of each round. Now we will go on in this manner. So from the 3rd round, 1 increase plus 1 single crochet per 6 times for a total of 18 single crochets. Then 1 increase plus 2 single crochets per 6 times. This means that we will repeat these, so 1 increase, 2 single crochets, for 6 times, and we'll have 24 single crochets, and we'll go on like this. Actually, we will add 6 single crochets in each round, working like this, and we'll have in each round 1 more single crochet in between the increases. So as you can see, we began here into the 3rd round with 1 increase, 1 single crochet. Then into the 4th round, 1 increase, 2 single crochets in between the increases. Now into the 5th, we'll have 1 increase plus 3 single crochets. Then 1 increase, 4 single crochets. And these are the single crochets that we have to work in between the increases. So we'll have in each round 6 increases, and this number of single crochet that will be 1 single crochet more in between them in each round. So you can just pause the video here and you can just copy this, or I highly recommend you to make something like this, or to write down this this thing here, because it's easier. I will show you why. Now this is the 3rd round, so we will work 1 increase, 1 single crochet 6 times. This means that we go on like this. This is my first single crochet, so I will work my first increase, 1 and 2 into the same single crochet. Then into the next I will work 1 single crochet, and I will continue on like this into the next 1 and 2 single crochets, so increase made. Into the next, just 1 single crochet. Now again, increase 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and 1 single crochet into the next. Okay, again, increase 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and into the next single crochet, work 1 single crochet. Now again, increase 1 and 2 single crochets, and into the next 1 single crochet. And now we have the last 2 single crochets. So into the second to last I will work the increase, and into the last, first of all I have to take off my marker and I will work my single crochet by itself. Okay, and now I can put my marker again into the very last stitch of my 3rd round, and now I have 18 single crochets. So I will go on like this. Into the 4th I will increase 1 and work 2 single crochets in between. This means that this is my first single crochet, so 1 increase, always begin with 1 increase, and then I will work 1 and 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Now we have to repeat this 5 times more, no? Because we just worked 1. So 1 increase, sorry, I have to, 1 increase, this means 2 single crochets, and 2 more single crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 single crochets, and again 1 increase, 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and 2 more single crochets into the next 2 single crochets, so 1 in each of the next, 1 and 2, and again increase, 1 and 2 together, and 2 more into the next 2, so 1 and 2. Hope you can see. Again 1 increase, 1 single crochet and another one, and into the next 2 we will work 1 single crochet in each of them, 1 and 2. Now I have 3 more single crochets, and this is perfect because into the very first I will work my increase and 2 more single crochets, 1, now take off the marker and work the last single crochet into the last single crochet of this round. Don't forget to put back the marker. Okay. And this is my 4th round, so I must have 24 single crochet. Now you can count them if you're not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the marker. Okay, this is my last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So if you just go on like this, work like this, it's impossible to go wrong. Okay, it's actually impossible. So now when we finish a round, we just want to, so we want just to mark like this as worked, and even if we are let it a little bit our work, we will know when we work where we were left, okay, with our increases round. So it's better like this because we have to keep track of our increasing rounds. Okay, so this is it. I will just want to go on like this for a total of, I don't know, maybe 20 rounds of increases. So I will be, this is my 17th round and it's 102 single crochets. Yes, 17, 18, I don't know for sure, but I will be back to show you all and to say how it measure, of course, the diameter of my increasing part of the beret, so you can just figure out how to work it, even if you want to work it with another kind of yarn. So you, this is the idea. As I said before, you can pause on the video and watch and write it down. It's really easy, but this is the thing that you have to understand to just work in a spiral single crochet. It's the amigurumi style actually, and I really like it to work beanies and berets and hats with this kind of working, so in rounds with the single crochet spiral. I don't know, it's something that you don't have that line, straight line where you join, and it's more fluid, the work, okay, and the project actually. So I will explain it to you one more time. So we have in each round we'll have one more single crochet in between the increases. So here we'll have 3, we had 2, we'll have 3 single crochets in between the increases, and we will increase in each round 6 times. So we'll have in each round 6 single crochets more. So it's really easy. We had 18, we began with 6, then 12, then 18, 24, plus 6, 30, plus 6, 36, plus 6, 42, and so on, so forth. So it's really exactly, and it's really hard to go wrong with this. Now, as I said, I will go on like this, working all my increasing rounds, and I will be back to show you what I have and how to continue on the projects, of course. So to continue on, to finish the project. Now I am back just to show you what I have so far, and just to give it an example of how I go on and how I am counting the rounds and the stitches. So actually I finished this, so marked it as finished, so I have 54 so far, and this is my 9th round. Now I will begin the 10th round, and I just want to see 1 increase plus 8 single crochet. So I just go on like this, increase 1 and 2, and it says 8 single crochets. So increase, and I am counting 1 and working 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeat, increase 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and then work 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, increase. So actually I'm working like this. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And again, increase. Okay, so it's that easy. And again, 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, increase 1 and 2 into the same. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, increase. So I'm not counting anything else. Increase, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. No, I don't want a knot. No, please don't, please don't. Okay. So 6, 7, and 8. And this means that I worked perfectly, because I have 8 single crochet left. I had 8 single crochets left. This means that it's perfect. If you are not sure, if you don't have the right number, of the single crochets, you just have to go on and count all and see. But if you work like this, counting each sequence, so increase and single crochets, counting and working, you'll see it's really easy to go on, and you won't have problems. Now mark as finished and continue on with the next. This is my 11th, so I will go on with 1 increase, 9 single crochets for 66, and I just go on like this. I don't count very much, just the sequence. So increase 1 2 3 4 5 until I have 9, and again increase, and so on until I get here. And if I have the right number, this means that I worked just perfect for the round. So it's really easy. Okay, I don't know, I am trying to create a blog in English where to put all these things, because I have one in Italian, but I don't want to mix the Italian with the English one. I don't know, it seems to me a little bit confusion. I don't want to create confusion, so I just want to make a blog where to put things like this that are important for you, and mostly for beginners. I don't know who wants to see them or to, I don't know, have them. And of course, when I'm ready, I will just announce you. Okay, so for now, just go on like this and watch. Pause and watch this thing, but it's really easy. Okay, just I want to see you. I just want to see. Yes, I want to see you. I just want to show you how I'm going on with the increases. It's really easy, and actually you can see we go on and we increase in the same stitch actually. So we create not a perfect circle but a hexagon. Okay, and this is perfect. Now I finished with the increasing rounds, and I'm back to show you what I have and to explain to you where have to stop increasing. Even if you don't work with the same hook and the same yarn, which is mine is medium thickness yarn, and as I said before, I'm working with a 6mm hook. So even if you work with any other kind of yarn and hook, I want to explain it to you, which is not the number of rounds, but the measures that you need to be sure that you will have a nice and perfect shape for your beret. So actually, first of all, I want to say that I finished with 96 single crochets and with 16 rounds. So 16 rounds and 96 single crochets. As you can see, this is the last that I marked as worked. So this is what I have here. But maybe if you work with other kind of yarn and hook, you will need more or less rounds to obtain the shape. For the shape, what you have to know are two measures. First is the diameter of the head for whom you work the beret. So yours, I don't know. Now, the diameter of my head is 58 centimeters. And you must have a difference between the diameter of the head and the diameter of the increasing round, so what I have here, for about 12 to 14 centimeters. I have the diameter of my increasing rounds for the beret of 72 centimeters. How you have to measure the diameter of the head, it's really obvious, but the diameter for your beret, the rounds, increasing rounds. So take your meter and we just have to put it all around loose, not very tight around, because we need to maintain the shape. Okay, it's really easy, not difficult at all. So I have, yes, more or less it's 72, more or less, because of course we cannot be really exactly precisely here, but we don't have to. So as I said, it's the difference between the diameter of the head and the beret must be 12 to 14 centimeters. So I have here 72 centimeters, the diameter of the increasing rounds of the beret, and the diameter of the head, of my head, it's 58. So it's a difference of 14 centimeters. Okay, so this is what you have to know for to continue on. So to be sure that you will have a nice shape at the end of the project. Okay, and now stop increasing and go on with 4 rounds of, I have 96 single crochet, so I will work 1 single crochet in each of my single crochet for 4 rounds. Actually, you have to still keep here on the last stitch your marker. You will go on and work the first round, 1 single crochet in each. So stop increasing, don't increase anymore, just go on and work 4 rounds of single crochets, and the same thing at the end. Take off the marker, work your last single crochet and put again the marker in place and go on, so into the last single crochet worked of the round, and go on with the second, with the third and with the fourth. Now I will proceed with mine 4 rounds and I will be back to show you the other part of the beret construction. Actually, it's the decreasing part and the border, of course. So I finished my 4 rounds with the same number of stitches, maintaining the same number of stitches, and now we will begin with the decreases part of the beret, and we want to work like this. Into the first 2 rounds of decreases we will work randomly 6 decreases, randomly 6 in each of these 2 rounds. So in each of these 2 rounds we will work 6 decreases randomly, which means that we will put 6 decreases where we want to. The important thing is that they must be into the same round, okay? So you have to work 6 decreases in 1 round, okay, per round, for 2 rounds. Okay, now what I did here, and I recommended you to do so because it's maybe a little bit easier for you to understand where to put your decreases. I just folded in twice my beret and I put my second marker on the other side. Okay, so here I have the first marker where I have the last stitch worked, and I put here the next one. And this will help me to work my decreases like this. So I will begin in the first part of the circle, of the round, and I will put in this first part, so until I reach the second marker I will put 3 decreases. And then where I will pass the marker, the second marker, I will put 3 more through the first marker. Okay, so that's why I put these 2 markers, just to be sure that yes, it's randomly, but to have an idea. Okay, and now I want to show you how to work the decrease. I will work with the known the invisible decrease, which is very used in amigurumi projects. So this is the decrease that I want to use, and I want to show you how to work it. Now I just go on and work my single crochets. I don't count, I just go on, and when I think this is the right moment for the first decrease, I will work the first decrease, and yes, here we will the first, second, and the third, so it's okay. Now I can work my first decrease. Let me work just some stitches more, and yes, these 2. So these 2 single crochets, I want to join them together, so to actually not join them together, but to work them together in 1 decrease. So from 2 I will have 1. And how? So I will work the decrease, this kind of decrease, so the invisible decrease is worked only into back loop. So I am interested in the back loops of these 2 single crochets. Okay, now insert the hook back into the back loop of the first. So we have the loop on the hook, and now we have, but we are not interested in this loop on the hook, so just figure out that it is not here. Okay, now this is the first loop of the first single crochet, the back loop. Now insert the hook in this way, so this manner, into the second back loop, like this. Can you see? Whoops. And I have the second loop on my hook. Now these 2 are the loops that I'm interested in, so I will pull the yarn through the first one and through the second one. Okay, and now I can count my 2 loops on the hook with the loop that I had on the hook. Okay, yarn over, and now I can work my single crochet, and this is the invisible single crochet. Actually it's almost invisible. Now let me work some single crochets more, and just to show you the result, just to show you that is really okay. Can you see where it is? No, you can't, because it's almost invisible, as I said. So it's like this that I will go on and work my 6 decreases in this round, and 6 more decreases in the second round of decreases. Yes, so this is the first round where we begin with the decreases, and so just to show you one more time, so I just want to go on a little bit until I work the second decrease on this first half of the hat. Yes, I think it's okay. So these 2, okay, first back loop inside the hook. Don't count this stitch, this loop on the hook. This is the first loop that we are interested in. Okay, the first loop of the first single crochet, back loop. Okay, now like this, with the hook in this position, insert it into the back loop of the second single crochet. Now these 2 loops, first 2 loops, pull the yarn through the first, and now pull the yarn through the second. Now we have the 2 loops on the hook where we work the single crochet. Okay, so the loop that we had on the hook and the loop that we have from the 2 loops here. Yarn over and work the single crochet. Decrease made. Now let us continue on with the single crochets. And I know that I have to work one more decrease in this first half of my hat. of my beret. So I will work it here. Okay, one more, and let's say that I can work it here. So first loop, back loop, and second, like this. I have here my hook, and I just insert it here. Now I have the two loops, pull the yarn through the first and pull the yarn through the second. Now we have the two loops on the hook to work the single crochet. So yarn over, pull through all two, decrease, made, and continue on. Now I just have to. So I worked my first 3 decreases, and now I have to work 3 more because I just pass to the second half of my hat. Okay, work as I show you the first 3, the same thing, and work another round exactly the same with 6 decreases. So I finished my 2 rounds of my first 2 rounds of decreases, and from 96 in these 2 rounds I decreased 12 stitches, 6 per round, and I have 84 stitches, so 12 stitches less. So I have 84. From 96 I have 84. Now just go on with 2 more rounds with the same procedure that the 2 rounds that we that we already worked. So 6 decreases per round, exactly the same. 2 rounds, which means 12 stitches less. Okay, so this is the procedure that we will use to decrease, and we will decrease like this, last 6 stitches single crochet per round until we reach actually the diameter of the head, and then we will just work 4 or 5 rounds of the border in the same manner. So with the spiral single crochet procedure, so with the same manner for this beret. But I will be back to show you how it looks mine after I finish my 2 rounds of decreases, next 2 rounds of decreases. So I finished the 2 more rounds of decreases. So now I have completed 4 rounds of decreases, and I have 72 single crochets from 96. Okay, so now I want to go on with 2 more rounds of decreases, 6 decreases per round, and I think for me will be okay, because I will be at 60 stitches. Yes, in 2 rounds from 72. Now I have 72, so less 12 will be, so will be, yes, 60 stitches, and for me I think will be okay. So the diameter of the head, it's important here. It's important because we go on to work just to fit our head. When, so these rounds of decreases, when it's perfect for you, just stop decreasing and go on with 4 or 5 rounds for the border in the same manner. So the same single crochet spiral. Okay, so this marker, actually we'll need this marker until the end. This one just for the rounds of decreases. Okay, so let me just go on with the 2 more rounds of decreases, and I will be back to show you how it looks my beret, and then I just have to put my 4 or 5, I don't know for sure, 4 or 5 rounds of for the border. Okay, after 6 rounds of decreases, I can take off the second marker, and I can say it's perfect for the diameter of my head, so it fits, the beret fits and this is what I want, of course. Now, so can you see the let's say the 2 diameters? This is the first one that fits to the head, and this is the the second one for the beret. Okay, and now the only thing that I need to do is, as I said before, 4 or 5 rounds for the border. So I will just go on with my 60 stitches for maybe 4 or 5, as I said, I don't know for sure. I will see, and I will be back to show you the result and to say how many rounds I go on for the border. But this is it, and as you can see, it's the perfect shape for a beret. It's the classic shape for a beret. Okay, so let me finish with the border, and I will be back to show you the result. So finally I finished my beret. I went on only for 3 rounds, so only 3 rounds with the 60 stitches after I finished my last round of decreases. Now I just want to slip stitch once, twice, okay, and to cut the yarn, of course, and I am ready. So as you can see, I still have the marker here. Okay, now I can take it off. So this is the beret, and it's really nice. Now just one more thing. I have here the flower, and I just want to sew it on one side to give it a very nice effect. And it's the same flower, as I said, the same flower of the neck warmer. So I have the beret and the neck warmer. So this is my project, and hope you enjoy it, and see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.